Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Okay, so for such a long time I'm not reading. Today what I determined is I'm going to read a lot, literally a lot, and then I'll try to finish the book as I don't have any any important task tonight. Okay, so let's get started. As usual, I'm going to read the Atomic Habit from the chapter The Habit Scorecard, and on the left of my screen I have the ChatGPT. Also I have the Cambridge vocab, so I'm going to read by those. Let's get started. The Habit Scorecard. The Japanese railway station is regarded as one of the best in the world. If you ever find yourself riding a train in Tokyo, you will notice that the conductors have a peculiar habit. Peculiar, that means something different. I mean, I know the Bengali, in Bengali it is called Shotondru, peculiar, নিজস্ব. Okay, as each operators run the train, they proceed through a ritual of pointing at different objects and calling out commands. When the train approaches a signal, the operator will point at it and say, "Signal is green." As the train pulls into and out of each station, the operator will point at the speedometer and call out the exact speed. When it's time to leave, the operator will point at the timetable and state the time. Out on the platform, other employees are performing similar actions. Before each train departs, staff members will point along the edge of the platform and declare "all clear." In British, it should be like "all clear." Clear, okay, I'm not so sure. Every detail is identified, pointed at, and named aloud. This process, known as pointing and calling, is a safety system designed to reduce mistakes. It seems silly, but it works incredibly well. Pointing and calling reduces errors by up to 85% and cuts accidents by 30%. The MTA subway system in New York City adopted a modified version that is point only, and within 2 years of implementation, incidents of incorrectly birthed subway fell 57%. Okay, so let me see the meaning of this word. Birth, B-E-R-T-H-E-D, birthed. It's a C1 level when a ship or a boat is brought to dock and tied up so that people or goods can get on or off. Okay, the ship was birthed. Let me see the meaning, pronunciation. Let me help you guys. B-E-R-T-H-E-D. Birth. Okay, the British people, they say it that way. Birth. Okay, a bed, in a boat, train, etc. Okay, there's like some different meaning. Okay, let me read the sentence again. The MTA subway system in New York City adopted a modified version that is point only, and within 2 years of implementation, incidents of incorrectly birthed subway fell 57%. That means, okay, I got it. So like a ship or a train which is gonna be close to a station or a what should I say? I mean the exact place. So the process is called maybe birthed. Okay, yeah, I think I'm right. Yeah, exactly. She booked birth. So the Cambridge dictionary that is giving me a similar meaning. Okay, so they're giving me another meaning. Let me see that one as well. The team had to overcome some tough obstacle to gain a berth at the World Championship. Okay, and then once again another one, which is verb. If a ship or boat berths, or if you berth it somewhere, it is tied up and slays in that place. Okay, the ship berth at Sydney. Okay, got it. Yeah. So I hope you guys also got the meaning Beautiful. Pointing and calling is so effective because it raises the level of awareness from non-conscious habit to more conscious level. Because the train operators must use their eyes, hands, mouth, and ears. They are more likely to notice problems before something goes wrong. My wife does something similar. Whenever we are preparing to walk out the door for a trip, she verbally calls out the most essential items in her packing list. Ooh, okay. I've got my keys, I've got my wallet, I've got my sunglasses, I've got my glasses, I've got my husband. Okay, the more authentic a behavior becomes, the less likely we are to consciously think about it. And when we have done something 1,000 times before, we begin to overlook things. We assume that the next time will be just like the last. We're so used to doing what we have always done that we don't stop to question whether it's the right thing to do at all. Many of our failures in performance are largely attributable to lack of self-awareness. One of our greatest challenges in challenging habits is maintaining awareness of what we are actually doing. This helps explain why the consequences of bad habits can sneak up on us. We need a point and call system for our personal lives. That's the origin of the habit scorecard, which is a simple exercise you can use to become more aware of your behavior. To create your own, make a list of your daily habits. Here's a sample of where your list might start. Wake up, turn off alarm, check my phone, go to the bathroom, okay, I should look at the pronunciation of it. Go to the bathroom, weigh myself, take a shower, brush my teeth, flush my teeth, floss my teeth, put on a deodorant, hang up towel to dry, get dressed, make a cup of tea. Okay, guys, do you understand what the writer is trying to say? Like to make some habits, okay. Yeah, maybe I'll apply those. And so on. Once you have a full list, look at each behavior and ask yourself, is this a good habit, a bad habit, or a neutral habit? If it's a good habit, write plus next to it. If it's a bad habit, write minus. If it's a neutral habit, write equal. For example, the list above might look like this. Wake up, equal, turn off alarm, equal, check my phone, minus, go to the bathroom, equal, weigh myself, plus, take a shower, plus, brush my teeth, plus, floss my teeth, plus, put on deodorant, plus, hang up the towel to dry, plus, equal, get dressed, equal, make a cup of tea. Make a cup of tea or cup of tea, plus. The marks you give to the particular habit will depend on your situation and your goals. For someone who is trying to lose weight, eating a bagel with peanut and butter every morning might be a bad habit. For someone who is trying to bulk up and add muscle, the same behavior might be a good habit. It all depends on what you are working toward. Scoring your habit can be a bit more complex for another reason as well. The levels good habit and the bad habit are slightly inaccurate. There are no good habits or bad habits. There are only effective habits, that is, effective at solving problems. All habits serve you in some way, even the bad ones, which is why you repeat them. For this exercise, categorize your habit by how they will benefit you in the long run. Generally speaking, good habits will have net positive outcomes. Bad habit, net negative outcomes. Smoking a cigarette may reduce stress right now. That's how it's serving you, but it's not a healthy long-term behavior. If you are still having trouble determining how to rate a particular habit, here is a question I like to use. Does this behavior help me become the type of person I wish to be? Does this habit cast a vote for or against my desired identity? Habits that reinforce your desired identity are usually good. Habits that conflict with your desired identity that are usually bad. As you create your habit scorecard, there is no need to change anything at first. The goal is to simply notice what you are actually doing. Observe your thoughts and actions without judgment or internal criticism. Don't blame yourself for your faults. Don't praise yourself for your successes. If you eat a chocolate bar every morning, acknowledge it, almost as if you were watching someone else. Oh, how interesting that they would do such a thing. If you ping it, okay, I need to see that, simply notice that you were eating more calories than you should. If you waste time online, notice that you are spending your life in a way that you do not want to. My goodness, those are really good information. I'm going to do that. I'm going to list my habits, everyday habits today. The first step to changing bad habits is to be on the lookout for them. If you feel like you need extra help, then you can try pointing and calling in your own life. Say out loud the action that you are thinking of taking and what the outcome will be. If you want to cut back on your junk food habit, but notice yourself grabbing another cookie, say out loud, I'm about to eat this cookie, but I don't need it. I think it will cause me to gain weight and hurt my health. Hearing your bad habits spoken out loud, makes the consequences seem more real. It adds weight to the action rather than letting yourself mindlessly slip into an old routine. This approach is useful even if you're simply trying to remember a task on your to-do list. Just saying out loud, tomorrow I need to go to the post office after the lunch, increases the odds that you will actually do it. You're getting yourself to acknowledge the need for the action, and that can make all the difference. The process of behavior change always starts with awareness. Strategies like pointing and calling and the habit scorecard are focused on getting you to recognize your habits and acknowledge the cues that trigger them, which makes it possible to respond in a way that benefits you. Chapter summary: with enough practice, your brain will pick up one of the cues that predict certain outcomes without consciously thinking about it. Once our habit becomes automatic, we stop paying attention to what we are doing. The process of behavior change always starts with awareness. You need to be aware of your habit before you can change them. Pointing and calling raises your level of awareness from a non-conscious habit to a more conscious level by verbalizing your action. The habit scorecard is a simple exercise you can use to become more aware of your behavior. Okay, that's all for this chapter, guys. We will come up with a new chapter in the new video. Thank you very much for watching.